Have I got news for you? Star Paul Merton and improv comedian Suki Webster are not only two of the UK's leading comedy stars, they're also husband and wife.
This is quite...
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
That's
Don't
not
doubt
breaking
it.
news. Don't do that to us.
Hasn't the divorce come through?
No.
Just because he's sitting at the desk, he's feeling very sort of authoritative.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I've heard you got the sack from this programme.
Yes, I did. I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Do you fancy trying to fill in?
Yes. Looks easy enough.
Yeah, that's the secret.
Now, we're very used to seeing, we've been loving to see you as a couple travelling up and down the country in your camper van, in your motorhome. But now you're a little bit closer to home. Before we get into all of that, though, we've been talking all morning about how a dodgy tummy led to love and marriage. I'm now slightly worried about, because you're talking to divorce, that we've got this wrong. Isn't it how you first met?
Yeah, no, you're right. We had worked together for years and sort of didn't really speak much to each other. Paul is, in fact, very, very shy. So I used to turn up at the Comedy Store and do shows, and he virtually never made eye contact with me. So I assumed he hated me. So, of course, I did the logical thing and went, I don't like him.
Yes, quite right too. Quite right too.
So, I'm blanking him now.
Yes, exactly. How dare he? And then we went on tour to India.
Yes.
And both got an upset stomach. And so everyone else went out for the day and we were stuck at the hotel and we ended up running into each other in the foyer and spent the whole day together.
Was that in between toilet break? I mean, you were literally running into each other.
It was, yeah. And there was a
toilet.
very funny... We were staying in this hotel and there was a man doing a close-up magic act, except he was 100 yards away in the total darkness. So he kept going, ta-ta! And we thought,
Yes.
what's he doing? And that was just hysterical for us. So that was our
And
sort
in
of
the
first...
evening, I, in my wisdom, said, I think brandy and Coke is good for an upset stomach. So we hadn't eaten all day, so we were absolutely sloshed on a brandy and Coke,
No, bad
watching
idea.
close-up magic in the dark that was about a mile away.
And had it not been for that, we wouldn't be here today.
No, this would be a very dull interview, wouldn't it?
You say
You'd be
that.
strangers still.
Yes.
So you were doing, I think you were doing improv stuff back then when you first met, and you're back at the Comedy Store doing improv again, aren't you?
Yes, yes. Well, for me, particularly, the Comedy Store is a very... I've got a lot of affection for it because when I was growing up in the 70s, wanted to be a comedian. The only way to be a comedian then, before the Comedy Store opened, was working men's clubs in the north, and I lived in London, and I was far too shy to try and do something like that. Cambridge Footlights, too stupid. Butlins Red Coat or other holiday camp red coats. No, didn't have the temperament for that. So when the Comedy Store opened, there was a chance to get up on stage because you can have as much ambition as you want, but until you stand up in front of an audience, you don't know whether you actually got the temperament to do it, whether you're going to remember the words, whether what you're saying is funny. The audience tells you yes or no straight away in comedy. So that was very important when it opened. So that was 40 years ago when I first went there doing stand-up. So I'm so thrilled to be back there again, doing the show with Suki now, because I owe the Comedy Store my whole career, really. It's where it started, you know.
Suki, the thing about improv is I love watching great improv, but when you watch improv that's not great, it can be really difficult to watch because you're feeling for the people on stage. Do you get... I mean, how... Is it, after all these years, I imagine it's like a sort of a muscle. You flex and you get in there and you find a groove and you find a rhythm to things. But how do you get to that point?
You just do it and do it and do it.
Have you had those moments where it's not been working?
Oh, God, yes. I mean, when you first start, it's, you know, it's like anything. Any skill you're learning, it's not going to be perfect to begin with. But I remember I used to do a show called the Improv Musical, which was an improvised musical.
Oh, my God,
and
that sounds unbelievable.
It was, yeah. And we went to the Birmingham Hippodrome, which is a vast cavern. There was only about 100 people in the audience, and we'd asked for clip-on mics, and they'd given us... There was 6 of us in the cast, and we had 3 handheld.
Between 6 of you?
Between 6 of us. So we were trying to pass the microphones back. The sound wasn't good. I mean, we absolutely died to death.
Oh, my days.
It was awful.
Can we keep these cups?
Yes, you can.
Right.
You can take what you like. You have the chair as well if you want, Paul.
You can't, but because Ben's leaving, he's just giving everything away.
Everything must go.
I'm holding on to this chair right now.
You must take the cups because what I want is I want to see the two of you in the camper van
with these
travelling around with your Good Morning Britain.
Good Morning Britain.
Can we?
Yes, of course you can.
Yes.
Oh, now they can.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have them at the Comedy Store as well. I'll find a reason.
Yes, on the improv, the improv show. Are you... Your show your travelling show in your motorhome has done brilliantly well.
Yeah.
I understand even Prince Harry's interview didn't detract your viewers.
No, that's right. Yes, I think our figures went up. But I think that's sort of like the improv thing has sort of fed into that because as you see when we're driving along, they've got those little cameras on you, and we just talk away, and and after a while they say, "Okay, we're cutting now," and we just keep going.
Yeah, they say to us, "We're not filming now," and we're like, "But this is just us. we mess about like this non-stop."
So it's quite easy to get a lot of material because if you're driving for an hour and a half, they've got an hour and a half of us just mucking around and saying stuff.
Which is, I guess, life is improvised, isn't it?
It totally is.
Yeah.
I mean, the conversations are
Can I have that on a
improvised,
tea towel?
Yeah.
Shall we? We'll get one made up with Good Morning Britain mugs and a tea towel saying life is improvised.
Yeah. No, but this is true. I mean, no, you're right. You have to take things as they happen, don't you?
So when will you be in the Comedy Store?
March the 6th, Wednesday, March the 6th is our first one, 7:30, and we're there for the indefinite future.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
For the indefinite. Not all
Forever?
the time. We're not moving in.
But for the foreseeable future rather than the indefinite future.
Yeah.
I think it's probably what I meant, isn't it? So and we got guests coming along. We have Stephen Mangan's going to be there, and Jason Menford's going to come along, isn't he? So it's going to be fun, and it is a great joy because unlike a show that's scripted, you never get tired of it. You don't
get tired, and the audience doesn't either.
No, exactly.
Perfect. Yeah.
And if the audience suggests something that turns into a really good idea, they feel they're part of the show as well, which they have been.
Fantastic stuff. Well, look, thank you so much for coming in today. It's lovely to see you both. We'll look forward to seeing you back in the motorhome with your mugs.
Absolutely. Thank you. And good luck with your new job.
Thank you very much. Well, hopefully I'll see you both
no matter
there
whatever it is.
It's just the other side of the wall. It's not far. Don't you worry about
Car park attendant.
Yes, exactly that. Someone's got to do it.
Nice.
Lovely to see you both.